So, you want to stay fit and take care of your body, but you've also got some other responsibilities. Maybe you got small kids, or you're in a major season of transition. So how do you stay fit when you're busy or you're in a season of transition? Let's check it out. So glad you're here. So recently, this friend of mine asked me, Samu, how do I stay fit when I don't have as much time to train as I wish I did? And I get it. He's got small kids, he's got a job, he's got a side hustle. Welcome to the club. Time is precious. So let's dive in. Firstly, I want to emphasize that as disciples of Jesus, we really have to discern the times. There's a reason for the season, and your season of busyness or transition or not having all this time to train or whatever might be a real blessing in disguise. It honestly might be God purposefully taking your attention somewhere else and just checking, is this thing an idol in your life? Does it have priority over your relationship with God, over your family, over your work? So you got to discern for yourself, man, is this a test where I'm supposed to momentarily or permanently reprioritize things in my life so that fitness is not an idol, and find a healthier way to incorporate training into your daily life in the midst of all the other responsibilities? Now, it might also be a blessing in disguise in the sense that your body just might need a little back off time. It's totally fine. But now to the question of actually maintaining your fitness when you can train much less than you usually do. Now, thank God there's been a bunch of studies done about this. And the bottom line is, it's really not as hard as we think that it is. In 1981, there was a study that tested the VO2 max of, I think it was endurance athletes who were training 6 times a week and taking a group of those and having them train a lesser amount. And the study found that you were able to maintain your aerobic fitness, your VO2 max, with only 2 sessions per week, given that you maintained training intensity. Similarly, there was a great article by Stronger by Science where they went through several different studies on maintaining strength with lesser training volume. And the takeaway was that you can maintain strength with just 2 sessions a week, during which you do 2 sets per body part within your 6 to 8 rep max. And they referenced another study which said that you may be able to retain strength by simply performing 2 to 3 sets of 6 to 12 repetitions per lift per week at roughly 70 to 85% of your 1 rep max with a high intensity of effort. So you see this in both of these cases, the VO2 max and the strength. It wasn't about how much you were training, but how intense you were training. So the takeaway from this is, you really don't have to train near as much as you think in order to maintain your fitness or your strength. You just have to train hard when you do. So practically speaking, even if you did 1 quick VO2 max session, a tempo run or some intervals on a bike or some hill sprints, this would go incredibly far in maintaining your VO2 max and your aerobic fitness, so long as you are going hard at it, even if it's a short duration of time. And even if you did 1 session a week in the gym and you only did 2 to 3 sets per body part, but you go all out on those sets like your life depends on it, man, you will be maintaining your strength, no problem. But as a bonus, I want to leave you with this. Oftentimes, when we don't have as much time to train, we actually slip out of our usual healthy diet and we kind of start to eat whatever. I try and do the exact opposite, because I found that if you are eating super clean, it creates a lot of leeway in your training. The opposite is also true. If you are training like a maniac, it creates a lot of leeway in your diet. So in seasons where I'm not able to train as much as I wish, I pay even more attention to my diet. I'm not over consuming carbs because I'm not going to be using them in the workout. I'm still maintaining a high protein diet because I don't want to lose the muscle mass that I gained from all that training in my previous season. And be patient with the season that you're in. Don't be a rush out of it. Don't get into the gains game of, oh my God, what if I'm going to lose my muscle mass? Man, maybe your muscle mass is an idol. Maybe it needs to go. Maybe it needs to bow. I've been there personally, where God's asked me to fast, for example, and I've been like, oh no, God, I will lose my gains. And he's been like, so what? Because your gains are not your God. At least they shouldn't be. Yo, bro, I totally forgot to say, my book is out this Friday. It's available for pre-order right now. There's a link in the description. The Easy Eating Blueprint. Eat free, live strong, follow Jesus. Let's go. And finally, protect your sleep. This thing is a triangle. You got nutrition, you got exercise, and you got sleep. At least be kind to your body in this one thing if it is in your power to do so. Maybe you got small kids, I get it. But whatever you can do with your nutrition, with your sleep, do it, because you will benefit in every other area of your life. Plus, you'll have a lot more energy for your training when you do get to train. So don't just throw all your healthy habits out the window just because you can't go to the gym 5 times a week. That doesn't make any sense. No, if you're a healthy person, you're gonna do healthy things regardless of what season you're in, because that's just how God made you to live. And you believe it, and you're convinced, and you're powerful, and you can do this. So that's basically it. You don't have to train as much as you think you do, but when you train, train as hard as you possibly can and put all of your effort into that. Get your heart rate up at least once a week, as high as you can, and get your muscles burning at least once a week if you can, and you will maintain a lot of your aerobic fitness and your strength. I hope this blessed you. I'll see you guys in the next video. Ciao, ciao.